God, I can't believe I'm back. I'm back. I am so excited to be back. I can't even begin to tell you. I've done a lot of things in my life and I've tried a lot of different things. I'm one of those people that I try a lot of things before I find something that actually works for me. And that's maybe a good thing in business, right? Because when you're trying lots of different things in formulas and then you finally find something that works, you've explored a lot of options and you get the point. But yeah, it's so weird to me because all I could really think about when I was off, well, I had 8.5 hours of surgery. And also, I really wanted to tell all of you, I'm not gonna get emotional in this video. I just wanted to tell all of you, thank you for all of your messages. I really am speechless. I didn't realize that I had such a supportive community. And as I've said in some other videos, some of which I've actually taken down because I'm very private. If you know, you know. You'll know what I'm referring to. I'm one of those people where I just want to live my life and not wear it on my sleeve, quite literally, I guess. But you guys can see I quite literally have a scar, but it'll get lighter in color, and I actually think it looks quite badass. So I might get some ink on it too eventually, like some leaves and serotonin and chemistry stuff. Thank you so much for your supportive words, both on YouTube videos, some of which I've taken down for reasons I mentioned, and also on Instagram, Patreon, just in comments on other videos, on community posts. I had no idea that I had such a supportive and loving and open-minded community. I'm speechless, and it really helped me to, I feel like, heal better and just feel so loved throughout the whole process. So thank you for that. Now, I also just wanted to say, if I have started making candles again, and I have launched the first 3 candles to our serotonin collection, which I'm very excited about. This is probably my favorite collection to date. And I feel like I always say that, at least the last couple launches I have. And I think that actually that's kind of natural, because as we continue making candles as makers, if we're taking good notes and being studious with our observations and making subtle adjustments, our candles do continue to get better and better. And I do feel like this is our best collection yet. But anyways, it's currently sold out. Well, there's one 𝗏𝗏 candle on the website, I believe. Besides that, it's totally sold out. But I only launched 3 scents. And if you go over to my Instagram page, in the stories on Instagram, so if you click on my little profile picture, it'll only be up for a few more hours. They only last for 24 hours, but you can actually vote which scents get released next. And I release whatever gets the most votes. So it's kind of fun. Our customers are used to that. I've done that with a lot of different candles when I've done different things, and it's just fun. People love putting in their feedback, and I love bringing what you guys want to see. And as always, all my formulas are available on Patreon. This has been a very difficult collection actually to wick. Part of it is because I'm using 6006, which, as you guys know, is a really viscous soy blend. A lot of times when you have more viscous waxes or waxes with higher melt points, wicking can be really challenging. And so I'm using actually probably a total of more than 5 or 6 different wicks, 2 different wick series, and then I'm also using 2 different waxes. So if I don't get the result I want from one wax, I'll switch to another one. Now, I don't really recommend that necessarily in your own candle making, but I do recommend, because I more or less will try different waxes just to get experience with them. I have regularly made candles, like hundreds of candles now, with more than 5 or 6 different waxes, and I have a lot more experience with a bunch of other ones too, but haven't made, hundreds of candles with them. But I recommend being familiar with at least 2 waxes, just so that way if your wax does go out of stock, or if it does get discontinued, God forbid, you have a backup plan. But I more or less like to try different waxes and be really familiar with different ones, just so that way, because a teacher now in this community, I'm able to better help people who are asking questions because I actually have sufficient experience with similar waxes to what you may be using. That's kind of the scoop on that collection. So go over to my IG and vote. And you all guys also voted on this platform for the Candle Science, not the Baking Spirits Bright, but the holiday collection. It's actually part of the holiday collection as well. So it's like a part 1 and part 2 is how they said. So we're gonna do the first part that got the most votes on the community tab. So if you guys don't know what that is, you can look at my posts on here and actually vote for stuff too. And I do a lot of polls on there as well. So that'll be the next review video. And then after that, it'll be the raised garden bed collection. Now I did get a couple comments about, oh, Alan, well, it's not summer. And someone even DM'd me saying, oh, well, Wade released that collection way too late. It should have been released, months before the season. A lot of the times, fragrances that may be like for a particular collection that, say, the supplier launches them for, you can brand them however you want. Some of my best sellers, for example, historically have been fall scents because they can be heartier and warmer, and people want that when they're burning a candle a lot of the time. So you brand it, you tailor it to match your brand and your aesthetics. But I want to just say, and I know I've said this a lot, but don't get stuck on how a supplier is marketing something. It's just like when you were in writing in grade school, how they give you like a prompt for a particular type of paper or a particular form of writing. And they kind of give you some ideas, and that's really all it is to help you get started. So anyways, I just wanted to throw this video up really close. I was gonna, or really quick, I was gonna put this in my fragrance video, and then I thought, no, I need to just throw a little quick video up thanking you guys. And YouTube has brought me so much joy as well, connecting with this community on here, because previously on Instagram, and at markets, well, I love socializing with vendors at markets too. I would highly recommend that. As small businesses, we are so isolated in our own homes usually to start out, and that's great. You don't have all the rent of having an overhead of a building, but you're often really isolated and you're not interacting that much. And so going to markets and really getting out helps for making friends and for networking. Connecting with my customers is really nice, but YouTube has been cornerstone for me because I get to connect with other makers. And not just makers that are local to me, but makers all around the country. And that has brought me so much joy talking with all of you, because you guys really get it. We really do a lot of the same things, even if we use different waxes and different jars, or even if you don't make candles at all and you're watching this as a soap maker or as someone who, I don't know what products you make, but you get the point. We do a lot of the same things, and it brings me so much joy to have this community. So thank you for being here. Yeah, also in the comments, if you're willing to drop like your business name and what you make, like what particular products you make, I would love to know. I love learning about you guys, and like I said, I'm just grateful to be a part of this community. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being supportive of me and being open-minded of your favorite cozy, badass, slightly rebellious dude over here. But anyways, I'm sending all of you peace, love, and light, and I'm wishing all of you happy candle making.
Alright, you guys, but in all seriousness, when you're making candles, make it a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Just make it a vibe. Fragrance isn't just about making candles and selling candles and doing business and all that. Fragrance is about a life well lived. Anyways.